This is when I take the full leap onto the YouTube platform. Giving up the career that I have in traditional filmmaking. It's gonna be an interesting year. When I came over. So right now I'm making 2 feature films. Kino, the little town in Canada where, you know, mining companies are coming in and trying to exploit the area. It started as a project that I did with Maddie Hapoya, and eventually, you know, films take a long time, and you know, it took much longer than I expected, and it's going to come out. We're looking for the best festival to do the world premiere.
Bear spray and the knife on top of the truck, because as silly as this might seem, I've run into bears before. As soon as I've parked the car and gotten out, there's been a bear. So you never know.
I'm gonna tell you more about that later on. Another film that I'm making that we're also in production with is about a marathon runner and his fight to survive cancer. It's taken a long time to complete because of COVID, because of the cancer, because of, you know, natural filmmaking things. Those 2 projects will probably be the last projects that I do in this traditional way. Now, one of the key things, I think, to make this sustainable long term is to figure out how I can create an educational, you know, model that helps you, the filmmaker that is, you know, trying to make it in life, to make better films and to sort of, you know, create this platform where we can collaborate and all that as well. So I want to first write my book, finish that. I am writing it, so that's coming along. And then I want to create, you know, educational content and coaching products that can help you out. And I want them to be really good, so you get, you know, enough value. It's not going to be, you know, just any other course. It has to be something that actually makes a difference. If there's anybody that wants to give feedback and read the first draft, check out the description how you can be the first people that read the book. That's exciting, right? First book that I wrote. That's crazy. I almost failed Swedish. Tell me, creature in the night, is the child made of clay? The essential way of making films would be to just make them and then post them and not have a creative discussion at all, because there's so much, you know, people not trusting in visions that are fragmented. So you might not have finished an idea. You might have an idea that is, you know, pretty good, or it's just a fragment of something that can be great. But, you know, people just bash on them straight away and they say, no, take this away, before you explore it fully. That's what YouTube is to me. Like, that platform that makes it possible to just do stuff that you want to make the way you want to make them, and not think too much about what are people going to think, all that stuff. I just hate that aspect of filmmaking. People are so afraid of failing. And I mean, I love that. I love failing. Like, that's how you learn and develop and get better and get great at your craft. I'm looking to actually produce my projects as YouTube projects. Maybe they will then get turned into a feature film or a TV series, or, you know, get licensed or whatever it is, or made into a big project out of a small project. But I'm looking to do that. And the way that I see that happening is by collaborating with brands. So I'm looking for, you know, brands both to advertise on this channel. So if you are a brand, you know, you should contact me and we can discuss how to do that. But outside of that, one thing that I really think is key here to make this a sustainable way of making films is to make, you know, bigger projects. Fund them with a tighter brand collaboration. I can probably do like several shows that are brand funded on YouTube. That would be the same type of shows that I would traditionally do on television. Could be like I did an investigative piece on dog trafficking, for instance. I could do that with a brand instead. It would be the same type of quality content, but I just need to find the right brands that you can do like bigger deals with. It can't just be one video because I'm too small, so I won't generate enough funding by doing that. But I need to find brands that believe in the vision. So reach out if you're that brand. So we landed an opportunity now to run a brand's YouTube channel, which means that I can do, you know, documentary storytelling on a brand's channel. It's a trail running brand. And I can't say too much about it yet, but I'm looking to take over brands' channels and develop them to be better. And if we're gonna make that, we need help. So if you are interested in, you know, either filming or editing, you know, being one of our production partners around the world, then reach out, give us your work samples and just why you are perfect for helping us out, to trail@roughstudios.com. So this is gonna be, yeah, documentary style type of stuff, but for a brand. So let us know. Because it's gonna be very difficult to run around with, you know, professional trail runners, the best in the world, to run around with them with my traditional gear. It's gonna be a little bit tiny taxing on my little body. I thought that maybe the iPhone could be, you know, a resource, because GoPros, I don't really like the look of them, but an iPhone, I think, has the potential of being a little bit more special. When you think of it, it's pretty crazy how far we've come. You know, when I started making films, everybody was so skeptical about the digital revolution. I was doing 16mm as well, but it was just too cumbersome for me. I just wanted it to be simple. And that's what YouTube is to me, essentially. The simplicity of just telling your stories and not having, you know, tons of layers in between, you know, you and getting this stuff out. But I've been grading like GoPro stuff and Mavic stuff and that sort of style of videos for a while. And I think that I've found a way to make them look more cinematic in a simple way. So hopefully I can do this with this one as well, because it's way too sharp and ugly looking in colors and bad dynamic range and, you know, all those things that bad cameras struggle with. I think that's pretty exciting, because people have been telling me to do iPhone videos, and maybe this is the time. Maybe it depends on how this looks. Anyway, if you think this was interesting, let me know what you think about all these ideas that I have. Let me know about this type of video as well. Like, what do you like, this style of me just walking and talking? That's what I'm gonna call it, walk and talk. That's the dumbest but also greatest idea I've had this day, at least. So see you guys, bye.